Today I'm going to share with you some fun scissor practice and fine motor skills activities. These activities are perfect for preschoolers and they're very inexpensive because we will be using things and materials that you may already have around your house, like Play-Doh, straws, empty containers, construction paper, stickers, old magazines, and yarn. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and please give this video a like. One of the first things that we do when we introduce the scissors to our child is show them the difference. We're going to teach them that the thumb's going to go here and this is bigger. We're going to put 2 fingers here. We're going to open and close. As your child is working with scissors, he's working on hand-eye coordination. Your child is using his eyes to visually guide his hands. He's also using bilateral coordination. Both hands are working together to accomplish a task. For example, one hand is holding the paper and the other hand is using the scissors to cut. He's working on concentration and visual discrimination. Now, there are several types of scissors. These are the easy squeeze scissors or bounce back scissors. I really like these. For beginners, your child will cut with these and they have this easy grip handle, and as your child squeezes to cut, they bounce back. So it's teaching them the motion. You're going to squeeze to cut and these bounce back. These are perfect for beginners. There's also Play-Doh scissors, and these are scissors with plastic blades, and they're perfect for cutting Play-Doh and perfect for strengthening their little hand muscles. So one thing that you can do with your child is flatten some Play-Doh, maybe mark it a little bit, and then use the scissors to cut the Play-Doh. I like using Play-Doh because it's not flimsy like paper, so it's perfect when your child is beginning to cut. Another thing that you can do is roll some Play-Doh and make some Play-Doh snakes and have your child practice cutting. I'm going to cut the snake. This is a perfect activity. There's also this fine motor scissor scoops. They're not scissors, but they're perfect for practicing the open and close motion without using real scissors. So you can have your child pick up little pieces of Play-Doh and he's practicing opening and closing. I really like these. These are from Dollar Tree. I paid $1 for these. It came actually with 2 things. I think it was a pair of scissors and this. There's also a different kind of Play-Doh scissors, and these are also perfect for practicing. we really like playing with these. These are some Play-Doh toys. You put the Play-Doh in here and then you squeeze this. The hair comes out. So what my grandson's going to do, he's going to be cutting the hair. He's going to just be cutting the hair. Super fun activity. Now, if you don't have these, I'm going to show you what you can do, and your child can still practice cutting hair. We made these little guys. This is paper towel roll. We cut it in half. I wrapped some colored paper here. I put some glue, and then we just cut these into strips like this. And so what my grandson's going to do, he's going to be cutting the hair. He's going to be giving these guys a haircut. And we made 3 different ones. These are super easy to make. Put some googly eyes, and with a marker put a nose and a mouth. And it'll be so much fun to practice cutting the hair. We also made this little guys. It's a paper cup. It's a plastic cup. We put some googly eyes, a nose and a mouth, and I made a hole here and put some yarn here. I used this pencil box. I just wrapped this around and around. I think I did it like 20 times, and then I went ahead and cut it. And I put it in through the hole here. And so now we have these little guys. And so what my grandson's going to do, he's going to practice cutting this little guy's hair. We made 2 of them. These are easy to make, and your child will have so much fun practicing cutting the little guy's hair. Another thing that you can do is use some ribbon, and this was actually leftover grass from an Easter basket. So I just put this in this basket, and what my grandson's going to do, he's just going to practice cutting the ribbon. So just they can cut, they can put it back in there. Just practicing opening and closing and cutting. For this next activity, I am using some cupcake liners that we already had. I just flattened them, and then we're going to be using them to practice our cutting. So we're just going to get our scissors and we're going to practice cutting. This is just a fun way to have your child practice using things that you may already have around the house, like some cupcake liners and a pair of scissors. For this next activity, I am using a piece of construction paper. I just drew some lines this way and this way, and then I went ahead and cut the strips, and I also put some stickers. I put some stickers that I already had. These are stickers that I usually buy. Like, I bought these last year at Target when they had their clearance. They had them for 10 cents, and it has a bunch of the little stickers which were perfect for this activity. I also had some with Mickey Mouse. I had some from last summer. This had some really cute seagulls. And then I used some of the stickers from Dollar Tree. This one had 370 letters, so I used some of those. So some I put letters, I spelled his name, and I put some numbers. These I used some of our leftover Easter stickers, Christmas, the Mickey Mouse, anything that you have around the house. These are the summer ones, and then these were Valentine's. So what my grandson is going to do, he's going to just cut and just have lots of fun. We're going to do is cut some straws. I just had some straws, and we're going to practice just cutting, and these little guys just jump all over the place, so we're just going to put them on the tray as we cut our little straws. We're going to use this printable from In All You Do, and we're going to be using Legos to form the letter. I'm using the letter J. She offers the whole alphabet, but you need to go and get the printable yourself. This is from In All You Do. She offers the letters, and she also offers numbers. So one of the things that helps strengthen your child's little hand muscles is doing a lot of fine motor skills. So as your child's picking up the Legos and placing them on this mat and forming the letter, this is perfect for working on their little hand muscles. You can also have your child trace the letters with a dry erase marker. You can also use this one that has the numbers. So this is a free printable from In All You Do. She also offers this printable. It has cut and paste. You can have your child cut the letters at the bottom and then glue them here or you can laminate the printable. I went ahead and laminated mine, and I put some Velcro. So what we're going to do is match the beginning letter sound, like the G for gloves, P for pot, flower, and so on. This is a free printable from Annette in All You Do. One of the best ways to help your child strengthen his little hand muscles is to use maybe some chopsticks to pick up pom-poms. Just place them something like this. These are some chopsticks from Payway. These are from Dollar Tree. You can use those. These are, we had Barbie Cutie, and so we had these, so we can use that. Or if you don't have something like this, just having your child use his little fingers to pick up the pom-poms. This is perfect for strengthening the little hand muscles. If you don't have something like this, you can use a container. I went ahead and made some holes here, and so what my grandson's going to do is just put some pom-poms through these little holes. As your child picks up the pom-poms, he's using his little pincer grasp and strengthening those little hand muscles. You can also use some straws. You can have your child, you can use a container. This is, I think it was creamer. This is some little puffs, baby food, little hole in here. So you can have your child put some straws through there. Just using whatever you have around the house. There's lots of things that you may already have around the house that you can use to have your child practice these activities, these fine motor activities that are so important. Now this one, this is a can of oats, and I went ahead and punched some little holes here. I put some ribbon here. There's different sizes, and this would be perfect even for a 1-year-old. You just have your child pull the ribbon. Some are longer and some are shorter. Super fun way to just have your child practice his fine motor skills. You can use the same container and just a different lid, and then you can practice a different activity. You can have your child put some of these colored chips in here. You can also use a shoebox, put a little bit of tape here, different colors. I'm using red and yellow. There's the holes here, and we're using these chips. These were from Target, from their learning bins. I paid $1 for these. I'm only using the red and the yellow, So we're just going to practice putting these chips in here. And I went ahead and put the slits this way and this way. So we're practicing not just putting the chips, oop, wrong one. That is the yellow one. So color matching and then turning our wrist to put the chip this way or this way. Super fun activity using a shoebox and some plastic chips that cost $1. For this activity, I'm using this paint swatch. I picked this up, I think, at Walmart. We were looking at paint and these are free. So I'll pick this up, cut it here. I'm using 3 colors and I'm using some clips. And from this side, I cut a little piece and then I glued the little piece here. So what my grandson is going to do is look at the colors and then he's going to match the clip. As he's doing this, he's not only matching the color, but he's working on his pincer grasp as he's opening and closing the clothespin. So I made 2 different ones, one with this shade of blue and the pink one. This would be a fun way to have your child practice opening and closing using his little pincer grasp and matching the colors. For this activity, I'm using some pipe cleaners, this printable. We're going to use some of these beads that I had used for other videos, but you can use whatever beads you have at home. So all we're going to do is this is 1-to-1 correspondence. Here's 1 apple, so we're going to put 1. Then we're going to look at the next one, 2. So we're going to just get some of the beads and slide them through the pipe cleaner. We're going to put 2 beads here. And then 3, 4, 5, and so on. This is a free printable. I'll go ahead and link it below. Another thing we're going to do is use some of these wooden beads that we already had in these little toys. I have this shoestring. I like to tie a button at the end. And so we're just going to practice putting our beads through the shoestring. Again, working on fine motor skills, eye-hand coordination, concentration, all of these that are so important as my grandson gets ready to be cutting and using his little hands. So this strengthens his little hand muscles. So if you have something like this will be perfect for your child. Another thing we're going to be doing this week, we're going to be using this ad from the grocery store and old magazines. We're going to be cutting, using this little notebook that we already had. I put I like to eat, and then we're going to be cutting pictures of food that my grandson likes to eat. We're also adding letters on another page and maybe numbers on the last page. Just a fun way to practice cutting with our scissors and then we'll just glue the pictures in this notebook. One of the best ways to help your child master this task of cutting with scissors is to practice, practice, practice. I created this printable. It has a straight line, then slightly curved, and then over here is more curvy. What I'm going to do is just cut these into strips, and I put a little pair of scissors here, so it's a picture so that your child knows this is where we're going to start. We're going to come this way. This is a free printable. I'll go ahead and link it below. I hope you enjoyed the activities I had for you today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.